I can't see it. I'm not on your channel yet. Oh, wow. Yeah, what the hell is it? I know it's your TV, but...
Yeah, TV, Christmas tree, a bit of the fireplace. And yeah, for some reason, I mean, when I've got the size of that reduced and it's just showing the hand cam, it's fine because it's very small. But yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
welcome one and all. And just before we start, I'm feeling happy at the moment, and here's why.
Because I'm
Take
here.
all my food too while you're at it.
Happy holidays, Big Dino.
Oh, Tim!
I know I'm not around lately, but I will always appreciate what you do.
When was Tim here?
Work's dying down a bit, so hopefully I can catch some Arwo streams with you and Corny. Talk to ya soon.
That was overnight sometime. Nice surprise for the morning. Yeah, very happy. Shall we play? And why, incidentally, is my timer on the stream still at 0?
What timer?
Broadcast time.
Well, it says 2 minutes for me.
No, does it? Big fat 0 for me. Oh, well. Right, next question is, what clubs are we using? I have no idea. 372. Are you at 372 yet?
Nope.
Right, okay. 364. That will do. Oh, I'll listen to Elsa all day yesterday. I'm going to have Suzuki. Just because, you know, annoying. Just because. Good lord, that was quick. Yay. Super.
I decided to do a bit of fan service.
Yeah.
With the ears.
Oh, Twitch. Buffering again. I'm about 15 seconds behind now. Stupid thing. Okay.
So I'm probably going to be playing very badly, but...
No, that's okay. Well, I was actually thinking when you said that you'd be, you know, your eye isn't perfect yet, but you'd be okay for golf. I'm just thinking, yeah, well, with the power bar, you're going to need your eyes to be good. But having said that, at least when we're playing golf, if it gets uncomfortable, you know, we can finish any time. Whereas, you know, with AWO, you're kind of committed to doing a run. So, yeah, it's all fair enough. Let's just see how far we go.
I was saying last night, the impacts weren't terrible.
Oh, right, okay.
Had a few bad ones, but I get those anyway.
But how long did you last before, or did it become uncomfortable?
I played for about 3 hours.
Oh, right.
It didn't get too bad.
Okay, all right. Well, with any luck, we'll get back into AWO soon. The great thing is with the way out is you don't forget what you have to do. It's not one of those games like unlike The Last of Us. If I leave The Last of Us for a month or so and come back, I'm crap at it. Oh, hang on, just a second. My mum was asking about some adhesive labels. Yep, there you go. Right, all sorted. So I was titting about on the open courses yesterday, I think. Yesterday or the day before, got exactly 888 gems now. What the hell do you do with 888 gems?
And I've got exactly 30.
Yeah, it would be good. Why can't they introduce that feature where you can gift gems and coins and, you know?
All right. It's a par 5.
Right, he's already annoying me.
Hole 1. It's par 4. Oh, 5.
Oh, right. Well, I started by dropping the controller.
That's a good start.
Yeah, it's just flipped out of my hand. Somehow I've still ended up on the fairway.
Right, first shot of the night. How's it gonna go? Perfect. Okay.
There is nothing wrong with your eye at all.
There is. It's just really stingy at the moment.
Right.
And I don't have my glasses on, which doesn't help. That was just lucky.
I keep being given money and I don't understand why. Oh my god.
Because you have a job.
No, it's not that. My mum just came in and put a fiver on. But that's... don't understand.
Maybe. Oh yeah, that was me. Getting money for the broken window.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry, you can keep the change.
Oh, good shot.
The change being about £4.93. Very close to the dreggy.
Hello, Greggy.
Oh, well done. Don't let the eagle slip. Take it down, okay? Sloping up here.
Right, this is where it's going to get bad. I can't see very well.
Oh, right. So yeah, the dots on the fairway are a bit on the green are a bit indistinct. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Slight break to the left. It's not all that much.
That's fine.
Yeah.
On fire! My dream comes true! Nice eagle. Splendid work.
Go for the birdie.
Right. We start with advantage corny. Oh, still not anything close to PI.
Wow, I'm half blind and I'm still playing better than you.
Yeah.
Hole 2. It's a par 3.
Boo. Boo, Dundees, boo. Dundees is watching Call of Duty. Boo. Damn, what is it with me getting perfect impact today?
Ha.
Not bad.
Nice.
Go with it.
1, 2.
I want to get perfect impact just to show that I can still do it. Yay!
Oh, good shot.
That's lovely.
Champion. Amazing. For the birdie.
Keep calm.
At least I can see the break on the stream, so that's helpful. Oof.
Oh, still be good. Oh! Ow.
Break.exe has stopped working.
Yeah, but it didn't break either.
Exactly.
Nice birdie. Relax.
I wish I could replace my TV, incidentally. Just that if they want to, my mum and Cheryl can watch the game, even though I've got the volume right down. So this is on the TV as well. The colours are so garish.
Wait, you're playing on the TV?
No, I'm
as
not.
well?
No, I'm not playing on the TV. I've just got from the HDMI splitter. I've got it going into the TV as well as into the capture card.
Fun, fun, fun. I'm sure that they're very happy to watch golf.
No, they're not in here.
Oh, here we go. Ban. And ban.
Oh, thank you. You beat me to it. Jimmy! Yay! Oh,
Nope.
hello there, mate.
And bunker.
We all took the COVID-19. Nope. Nope.
Torn it. Give it some Willy.
Thought you'd have it. You're old enough.
Thanks, mate. You deserved that. That was karma.
Give it your best.
That needed PI.
Good, good.
That's good. Okay.
I'm still trying to work out why I got promoted after that really bad round, though.
Well, because I couldn't see.
Go for the bird.
I didn't follow the links so I could watch it kind of full screen. I was just watching it within Discord. But I think your previous best had been 1 over and you scored -5. So it was more likely to be reflecting that. But I did assume that your 100 hole average for fairway hits and all that kind of stuff, greens in regulation, was taken into account. Maybe it's not the case.
No, because I've been demoted after getting a -18 before.
Wow. Well, we know that this game can be a little
It's
bit
weird.
It can be a little bit weird, very random.
Hole 4. It's a par 4.
More chicken wings. Is that the exact same picture you posted a week ago?
Great
It
shot.
is.
Nice shot. Very nice.
Jimmy, stop cheating.
I thought they would have gone off by now. No, he did say no. He has said Sunday snack, and that was posted on Sunday. Yeah, fair enough. All right, now I'll let you get away with that. Oh, Twitch, I hate you. I hate you so much. No, this time it's not responding. Okay, screw you then.
Twitch be like, nope.
Yeah, it's back now, but every time it does that buffering, when it comes back, the lag has gone way up. I mean, all I need to do is just pause and unpause, but it's kind of inconvenient. That'll do.
Good. Not bad at all.
Yeah, 3 word with power, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, my word. Ooh, shut up.
Nice. Oh, well done.
time. Cat time. Where is it?
Go for the birdie.
That's definitely Dino.
Go for the birdie.
Huh?
Careful.
The white cat is Dino, and the
Oh
other
yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that would be me. But if we're talking about food, while poor Corny just had pot noodle tonight. Poor lad.
No, I didn't. I had chicken wings.
Nah, you're bullshitting there.
Oh, fine.
No, my pot noodle was still unopened. Well, your pot noodle was still unopened.
Yeah, I bet it is. No, I had. It wasn't so much pork chops as like all of the pork, like big pork steaks from a local butcher, locally sourced, totally fresh. Oh my god, it was nice.
Oh no, don't hit the tree. Don't hit the tree. Okay, we're good.
Great shot.
Oh,
I don't want to hit. Oh no. No.
shit. No.
Oh, the camera's
No.
in draggy. Okay.
Yeah, you're okay. Perfectly safe.
Right.
Oh, a little bit hard, but it's going uphill, so
Good shot.
logically it should be okay. Logic and this game. I use those two words in the same sentence. Will I never learn?
Yeah, this game has no logic. There we go.
Oh, yeah, okay, that works.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
That's more like it.
You're using grass cutter as well, though, aren't you? So you should be okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, nice. Ha, nice one, Jimmy. Were you here at the start of the stream, Jim? Because I had some good news overnight as well.
There. Look at you. Lovely.
Roll with it. Go for the birdie.
Oh, tricky.
Easy now.
Sloping uphill. Brakes to the left.
Oh dear. Can't. Okay. I've got to be a bit over here.
I didn't realise that they applied points to a liver. How does that work? What's a good score on a liver?
Nah, it's birdie.
Oh yeah,
Come on.
hell yeah.
This is great. Nice birdie. Nice birdie.
Go for the birdie.
Nice birdie. Way to go.
Anyway, Jimmy, this happened overnight.
Take all my food too while you're at it.
Happy holidays, Big Dino. I know I'm not around lately, but I will always appreciate what you do. Work's dying
Oh,
down
no.
a bit, so
Damn it.
hopefully I can catch some Arwo streams with you and Corny. Talk to ya soon.
Damn it, that was terrible. Yeah, Tim is the man.
Tim is back. I think.
Yeah, and he gifted me a sub to Happy Asteroid as well
Hurrah!
a couple of days ago. Hi.
Go for the birdie.
Masterful.
No backspin, I see how it is.
Oh my. Now then.
I have a theory on that. It might depend on whether you're on an upward or downward slope when you land. I think. Oh,
That's enough. Pretty chopping close.
I had one of those last night.
yeah, that was my bad. I overhit it. Only drink once in a while. Yeah, but then you've got to define the length of a while.
A while being 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
You know,
Yeah,
if you were to string 2 whiles together without a gap, it would still theoretically be a while.
Focus.
Once or twice a month, okay. And how much drink are you allowed? Once or twice a month. A glass or a bottle or a crate? Or a pub?
Hole 7. It's
For a country.
par 4.
Okay.
3 beers or so. Oh, corny, there's a bit of a risk.
well, it's only golf, it's not like
Hey.
it's life and death.
Keep going. Nice shot.
Oh,
Corny, how do
I
you know?
landed in the dragging.
Wow, look at that bounce. Come on, bounce off, bounce off, bounce off. You're clear.
Pretty good. Oh no.
Now, there is a case for going over here. You need a little bit of luck to make sure that you've not got a tree in your way.
Giant draggy.
Yeah. See what happens.
Adult draggy.
Nice shot.
Nice.
But these trees aren't huge. And if you get lucky, even if you've got one fairly close to you, you can swing around it. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
So where are they anyway?
Masterful.
Steady. Nice shot.
Champion.
Yeah.
Are they gone out for a meal or something?
No, they're in the
Your
kitchen.
pork chops weren't enough.
No, they're in the kitchen.
Doing what?
Girls talk.
Ooh.
There.
That hooked a bit left for some reason.
Roll with it. Go for the birdie.
Oh,
Max.
Breaks to the
Now
right.
that's a putt that I do not want to have. Oh, let's hear it, Jim. What is it? Was it The Last of Us Part 1?
Nice shot.
oh!
Or Part 2?
Didn't
Go
want
for
to
the
know.
birdie.
Or was it a pirated copy of Part 3? We shall never know.
Nice birdie.
Wonderful.
You can
I've heard of A Quiet Place. Haven't watched it.
Nice shot. Look at you. You did. Amazing.
Hole 8.
Oh God,
It's a
this one.
par 4.
I hate this hole. Hate this hole so much. Never know whether to take the risk with power here. I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to because it's only golf.
Yeah, I've just got the feeling if you use the power mode on this, you can actually hit the sand and plug.
Lucky bounce.
I'll take that.
It's not a matter of life and death, is it? It's golf.
No.
Well, of course, there is always the possibility you'll miss the ball and hit your head, but
Yeah. What movie is in the UK only version? Will it pay? I want to get my hands on it. Okay. Oh, and talking of movies, can't remember the name of it. Let me just go and look at it.
Yes.
Four.
No.
Oh yikes! Oh yikes! I didn't see that.
Oh, do it.
Hell.
I got bad impact.
Oh right. Really, really atmospheric, but bewitching as well. I recommend this film.
No. Goodness.
Try and get hold of that.
Lucky bounce. Oh, that's enough.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
I thought you were gonna suggest something like Of Mice and Men or something.
No. No. Shape of Water, I think it came out 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. It's just something about the atmosphere of it. You could almost call it kind of art house style, except that it's not pretentious in any way. It's just it's a really,
Don't
I'd
let
say,
the eagle slip.
a really good story and a really nice story, but very unusual as well.
Waking to the left.
That's not enough, is it? That is not enough. Oh, it is. Just.
Eagle. Cool eagle.
Nah, seagull. Advantage, old man.
Hole
Yep.
9. It's a par 5.
Right.
Okay, this is also a bugger. I'm going to try it. Swing around. No.
Masterful.
Nice shot.
Wanted the PI. That might still go in the rough. Unless it bounces off, which it won't. Never does. Damn.
Okay.
But if you get your PI there and swing, get really good PI with the draw shot, it usually comes back onto the fairway.
Keep going.
Oh, good shot.
Great shot. Excellent.
Yours might oh no! Wow, look at that. Lordy,
Yeah, I'll
lordy,
take it.
lordy.
I'll take it.
Wow. Woo.
Don't take your eye off the gauge.
I've still got 100% available to me. I'll take that.
Yeah, because you got grass cut in your bucket.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but rattles? Really? Oh, still got the fairway, I think. Still got the fairway. Yes, just. Wow.
Yep.
Cheer!
Cheer!
Oh, cheer. Good point. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a way out of golf.
Yeah.
We're looking for a way out of the golf course.
Anyway, Cheer, how you doing, mate? My apologies for that. It's because I actually set everything up really late.
I didn't even notice, to be honest.
Yeah,
Masterful.
I know. But, you know, just for completion. Make sure we're doing the right thing.
That's good. 1, 2.
Yep, we're good. And only one of us is a blind old man.
Yeah,
Him.
Suzuki.
That one. Oh, my God.
No, the one in the
Oh,
top right
neat shot.
corner. That one there.
Don't let the eagle slip.
Pretty far.
Looks like it smoked up. Breaks
Oh, great. Do you know if I get this in, you owe me 20 pot noodles.
No, you've got all of the pot noodles now. There are no more.
Then you will have to buy some, won't you?
Was that right? £1.16 per pot noodle.
Well, I got mine for 1.19.
That size in Tesco, they're 75p at the moment. Don't you dare, don't you dare. It did, it died.
Oh, dear.
Well, you just saved yourself 20 pot noodles and 21 quid.
Okay, mate, your room.
Go for the birdie.
Okay, because I can't see, it could be absolutely anything.
You don't know what room you're going to select.
Yeah, I'll just have everything on auto, apart from 9 out. So it could easily be Akagasi. Oh no.
Pretty decent. That was fantastic.
Nice work.
Not had pot noodle in 2 months. Wow. Honestly, cheery. At this rate, you might never get back into it again. That's a big danger.
I didn't even know they sold pot noodles where you are. I thought pot noodles was a UK thing.
But yes, a new one to the pot noodle range is this Thai chicken curry. How revolting do you think that's going to be?
I'd be more worried about your ass after eating it. Well, let me know if you get one. Maybe you'll really enjoy it.
Well, if I do, it won't be until next week when everybody's gone. Shh, just in case they can hear.
Right. Auto course, 9-hole out, everything else auto. Except the weather. I don't want rain, so have clear evening.
Yeah.
And I'll restrict golf level because
A similar thing, you see, Cheer. We have the same.
Okay, I've gained kind of lower, so I'm not going to do that again.
We have the same thing here, Cheer, and it's actually a bit of a problem. I'm not saying that pot noodle is good, but when I say that it's the best of a bad lot, and the others are unbelievably appalling.
Room's up.
Okay. A couple of years ago, got a couple from either Aldi or Lidl. Aldi, I think. And they literally tasted of the plastic container they were in. Not kidding.
I come in and the first thing I hear is
Oh, there we go. Yeah, King. Yes, we're talking about high quality food here. You'll be glad to know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy who got taken to court for a barrage of terrible puns?
This is coming. I know it's coming.
He was taken in for deadly assault.
That's it. I'm going. Oh, just know it's got a slot mode. That's nice. Excellent.
Yeah, I put that on by accident.
Yeah, that's fine.
Last night I think I might have messed up my back a little.
Well, you're not the only one. I fucked up my eye as well.
Ooh.
Somehow.
Oh, corny. I had the worst one. This goes back a long time for the company that I used to work for before I started doing the crosswords full time. I used to go out on the road in a technical capacity, visiting factories and stuff. And
You didn't crash the lorry, did you?
no. But
You didn't get telescoped into, did you?
no,
Well, actually, if
I-
you got telescoped, you'd be jam over the thing that telescoped now.
I get just a little bit of like 2 or 3 strands of, it's almost like eyebrow hair that grows right there at the top of my nose, and I had these little
Oh.
like nail scissors, the really small ones, and I was just trying to get rid of those.
I
Flip
see
the
where this is
scissors
going.
straight into my eye.
One.
Ooh. I mean, the worst I've had like that was when I was eating some crackers and just laying on my back while eating them. Some of the crumbs went into my eye.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes, and when I was a kid, I got a piece of cut grass. Just playing around in a field somewhere, I got a piece of grass that went right into my eye, and it was actually right inside the eyelid, so I actually couldn't get it.
I mean, that's actually where the cracker fell, and it was like a reasonable chunk of cracker crumb as well.
Right. So you
So
ended up with a what?
That was at the bottom part of the eyelid as well, so it's not something that I could easily just flip out my top
Yeah.
eyelid and then just let it fall out.
King, the only thing that we want to know is what flavour was your eyeball?
I didn't eat it. I couldn't actually get it back out.
Ah,
What freaked me out
shame.
about it the most. But no, if we're talking about the most gruesome things like that, I ended up I was trying to return a kid's like a toy that fell out of his pocket in primary school, and he thought I'd nicked it, so he ended up ramming my head into the very, very firm plastic benches that had just been installed into the like part of the primary school, and completely cracked open the. You know what the eyebrows are?
They're
Right
on your
above my
yeah,
right
kind
eyebrow.
of. Right.
Mind your gauge.
Kind of
Bad
up here
enough
somewhere.
where I needed to get butterfly stitches for it because
Oh,
it's too
wow.
close to the eye for normal stitches.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, nobody can see it now, but I technically have a scar just where my eyebrows are.
Oh, you're another Ellie.
I guess. I mean, I technically have 2 scars now that I think about it, but one of them's from when I was born, so not really the same.
Oh my god. You see, if you wanted some extra power by hitting the flyer, you'd never get it. Not a chance. When it's the last thing in the world that you want, it's almost guaranteed.
Also, to just like point out again, it isn't as in like birthmark since I was born, but more a problem that I had since I was born that needed surgery to fix.
Ah. Yeah, circumcision. It's a bastard.
Nope.
Sorry, I was just being flippant then.
Yeah, I can tell. It's actually a lot worse. It was. Basically, you know how with the stomach, it's got the bit that gets the food in and the bit that gets the food out. The bit that gets the food out towards the intestines was basically it was too small, so nothing would actually go out. So of course it has to go out somewhere, and that's out my mouth.
Just relax. Careful.
Okay,
And
so
that was something I had to deal with for I think 6 months.
anybody in the stream if you've not eaten anything yet, don't.
No, do. It'd be good to have a nice meal while talking about being unable to eat a nice meal.
I'm glad I've eaten.
Nice birdie. Spellbinding.
Ouch.
Ooh,
Good lord.
Hole 2. It's
the pupil itself. That's just a hole.
No, me shit.
1, 2.
I mean, I know eyes can just kind of pop out sometimes and still be fine.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly. It can
I
just
know.
pop out, still be fine and work, which is
Oh, that kick.
No further.
What a kick.
yes, it is very, very nasty.
Hmm.
You know what the way to actually fix that is?
Oh god, this is
Pop
going
it
to
back
sound
in.
even more nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that.
technically,
Mega cup.
nothing had broken, it just fell out. So, in a way, it makes sense.
Ugh.
Well, I'm glad to report that the only two bad things that have ever happened to me bodily in my life is one broken collarbone and one broken leg. That's it.
Oh.
Nothing else. Well, apart from that thing with the eye, but yeah,
Yeah.
nothing else.
No.
Touch wood, I'll say. Shit, I'm going out tomorrow.
Oh god, this is when you end up getting into a horrible car crash.
Yeah,
Nice
Or you
shot.
get isekai'd into a new Japanese world.
I'll let my mum drive.
No further.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Jimmy. What you should
Fine
do,
for birdie.
I think, Jimmy, what you should do is actually shave an oblique line through your eyebrow there. Be another Ellie.
Right, because I can't see the bloody. I think the dots are a bit more visible on this course.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I've had.
Oh, that's gone with some power. Hold up.
Guess in a way,
Ah,
I guess in a way, for me, I've had a couple of
Oh no.
kind of big things. But most of the severe ones are now talked about. Like there was one other one
Oh.
where got an elbow into my mouth, so a couple of teeth snapped. Again in primary school.
That's closer.
Um,
Focus on your breathing.
and then the only other thing I can think of wasn't severe,
It
but I
breaks
completely
right.
lost all hearing. That pretty much. Because I already have very, very tiny ear holes. So, yeah. Oh, no, actually, now that I think about it, no, there's something a lot worse.
Oh, God.
I once accidentally
Oh, God.
sprained my neck
Nice
while looking to the side.
power.
So I was basically stuck looking to the side
Focus
for a
on your
solid week.
breathing. It's time. Look at you. Nice car. Nobody. Hole 3. It's a par 5.
Hello.
hello. Quite surprised, you know.
Mega cup.
Conrad's run with Goldfish still hasn't. Oh, it's there now. Well, an hour ago it was. Eh? Oh, sorry. No. No, sorry, it's still not there. Conrad's run of whatever it was 3 something 04, I think he said, on the way
Are
out.
we out?
Yeah, it's still not there.
I was half hoping it would have been something else, honestly, but considering that's been the main speed game so far, it seems for you, it was likely to be the one.
Yeah, but the trouble is, I actually can't. I mean, I could look it up on Discord. I can't remember what it is that we're aiming for because we're at 47 seconds behind first place as it stands now. But I know that they've improved their time.
Now then.
Oh no.
Not
I think
sure
they
what it
improved
is.
it by 10 seconds.
Oh, was it only that much? Oh, I thought it was more.
I'm sure it was only about 10 seconds.
Oh, right, okay.
So, Conrad's one that apparently took place on the 20th of November, so I don't know if that was the one.
No, no.
Was-
That's
okay.
the one that's in first place at the moment. But he did another
Okay.
run.
If that's the case, it was a 3:18.15, so you'd be aiming for a sub 3:18.
Yeah,
Just to be the
I
first
know.
person to do it, to give a middle finger to him.
Yeah, but he's improved it. They did a run recently.
Again, if it was only 10 seconds, it would be a 3:18.05.
Oh, 3:18.04 is what
Ah.
they've got. Okay. All right.
So,
Well, it's
so yeah,
not.
basically just get the sub 3:18 to piss as a fuck you.
No, not at all. But
No,
what?
in fact, no, that would be a fuck you. Good point. It would be a sub 3:17 would be a fuck you.
No.
Or
All
3:18:03. That would be a fuck you.
Yeah.
no. I'm not into that. All I want to do now is to get a 3:18 something.
Yeah. Or even a 3:18.03.999.
No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not bothered about the seconds.
Good.
It's getting into that sub 3:19 group.
Yeah. I mean, totally considering it's currently a 319.02.
Uphill.
Yeah, I don't see us getting a much better run than what we did there for quite some time. That was an almost perfect run. Like that could have easily, if Mexico was perfect, we could have easily got like a 316 or even a 315.
It seems to me that you're always having trouble with Mexico.
Well, Mexico has got a huge amount of RNG in the combat, which is kind of unfair. You know, if it was the case that you could develop a strat for Mexico that you knew would work, but you can't. You can't. You can actually run through a section perfectly well and get shot in the back, and there's nothing that you can do. And if it happens, you lose a load of time. Takes you back 15, 20 seconds at least to the start of the section.
And then you got to restart again.
It's a par 4.
I'm guessing it's not really possible to run and gun it.
There's some run and gunning that you can do, but like I said, you can still get shot in the back. And you can't legislate for that, you know. Right, I've got to go for this. Got no choice really because I can't use full power.
Fine shot. Beautiful.
Hold up. Okay. Nah,
Maybe
I'm
I
fine.
can make Vincent dying.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that we died twice in Mexico.
No, we died 3 times.
3 times. God. Well, you know.
Yeah, I think we died twice in that section where we run and I've got the sniper, and then we died once somewhere else. I think it was the swimming pool.
Yeah.
I think we died once there. Either the swimming pool or the bit after it.
No, on the PB, the very last bit before Harvey, we did that first time. I remember that.
So it must have been the swimming pool then.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Oh, hold up, hold up. That's all right.
You're on the green. Very good.
It'll do.
You're on the green. Birdie within reach. You got a birdie. Birdie within reach. Nice birdie. Easy now. It breaks right.
Yeah. Come on, Corny, was that deliberate?
No, it wasn't.
Why am I getting pinged?
What the hell is going on with the graphic there?
Oh, right, I'm a sub.
Hole 5. It's a par 4.
I've got to get something bad now. Have to. Yeah. Me shit prone.
Me shit prone.
Don't fuck up.
Go for the body.
Warning.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Sorry.
Wait, it landed on the fairway.
Yeah.
Why did you ping me?
Huh?
Dina
Did I?
did, I think. Oh no.
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 No, wasn't me.
It was corny.
It was.
What did I do?
You pinged me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was at 5 o'clock. I was just seeing it as a ping, so.
According to Discord, it was at a minute ago.
I mean, I thought that's the reason I got it as well, but no. Because I'd seen the word, so I thought, oh, I got pinged.
Well, Corny's eyes are bad. All kinds of weird things are happening.
Morning.
Oh wait, yeah, that's 7:49 p.m. I was misreading that as like 49.
Oh my god, yours hit the rock and actually went forward. Wow. Game logic.
Yep. Nice shot.
Nice shot. Nice shot. That's done it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Nice eye.
Good stop.
There.
Ooh, that held up a bit.
On the green.
Still okay though.
Trying for birdie.
Let's see it.
It's left
So
side.
how do you feel about
To the
snooker,
right.
Dino?
I watched some gameplay, and it looked really nice. I'm still tempted. I've got to say, I'm still tempted. But I was looking at some of the other reviews for it, talking about lack of features and
The
I
lack
thought-
of features in a snooker game.
yeah. Well, I've got like a demo of something. It's actually not very good. It's virtual snooker, virtual pool. But there's lots of different game modes, all the different types of pool, plus of course snooker.
Birdie within reach.
It's just not very sophisticated.
I mean, it's almost as if it knows what its entire point is, and it's living to that point.
Well,
You got a birdie.
you've got to remember, King, is it's a game, and with a game you want to be entertained. Doesn't matter even if it's a sim. You want to
Yeah.
be entertained. You want variety. You want different things to do, and it's apparently it's very kind of
at the-
linear.
Four.
At the same time, though, as long as it would have a reasonable online mode, I would say that should be more than enough cover.
Yeah. To be honest, depending on how much you have to kind of upgrade to make sure that you are in a condition where you can be competitive online, I don't know. I think the best online games, if you only want to play online, is that you have everything available to you immediately for online play.
Yeah.
Player abilities and all that kind of stuff.
Good shot.
And if that was the case, I would probably never even do the career mode.
That's kind of the point of the career mode in the first place.
You see, the only other sort of game mode I can really think of would be like, if you ended up ever playing Wii Sports Bowling, where how they ended up having the puzzle sort of things,
Yeah.
so like the curving of the ball or stuff like that. Similar sort of thing, but with trick shots. Would be the only other thing I could really think of to add much variety to it all.
Well, yeah, I would guess that in career mode you would have different tournaments where it would be either best of 5 or best of 11 or best of 19. Yeah, if it's got that, I suppose so.
Yeah. Or even just like tournament modes for each of the different game styles, so like billiards, snooker, pool.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Looking good.
They really should make like funky sort of like snooker table designs.
Nice eye.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I'm fairly sure there has actually been a couple of snooker
Shape of
games on the PS2. Well, actually, it was pool, I think, on the PS2 where that was actually the case.
Well,
So, for example,
yeah, but
one of them that was just like shaped like the logo of the company.
Yeah, King, the reason for that was the fact that they didn't have the technology available at the time to make everything
Yeah.
look really realistic. So all they could do was add a lot of variety. Well, now, irrespective of what the game is, but especially if it's a sim, software performance is such that you can make things look photorealistic. So you don't. They would argue that if you've got that photorealism, you don't need to worry too much about variety. But I say you do, because it's a game and it's supposed to be fun.
Not only that though, the most I can really think of that would actually change much for anything like that would be, we're gonna have to just change the model slightly and make sure that the textures that are almost always the exact same, effectively, are just ever so slightly different to fit.
Yeah, and the other, oh my god, the other thing that I noticed is, right, one of the games that I did have on the PS3, and I got rid of it. I got so bored. It was, I think it was called Pool Hustler.
That was great.
Which was great in the way that it played, and there were quite a bit of variety with the tables and the ball sets, and some interesting, funny opponents. But once you were actually playing a game, the only sounds were the cue and the balls.
Terrible.
Hey, goldfish.
Hey, goldfish, hi there.
So one of the games I was thinking of was Pool Paradise.
I never heard of that. This is
It's
going to
more
be...
of an arcadey kind of thing, but one of the images in the GameSpot review is literally of a L-shaped table.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me think of.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Wow.
Triangle table.
Yeah, but this thing with Pool Hustler or Hustler Pool, whatever the hell it was called, it was the loneliest game in the world to play, because it was almost silent once you started the game. No atmosphere. But the Snooker 19, it's got it. It's got crowd noise, it's got the referee, and it's got commentators. The thing is, the commentary is kind of odd.
Shot successful.
That's done it.
It's Suzuki in it.
No, it's like, thankfully, it's all English commentary, like recognised names as well, like real refs and real commentators. No, but it's kind of weird because every time you play a shot, the response from the commentator is based entirely on your impact with the object ball. The result of it isn't really a feature.
Mind your gauge.
So so they could say, that's a brilliant shot, even though you hit the ball and you hit the ball well, but you didn't get any kind of position or...
Sounds like in this game, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Ha ha. Like that.
So apparently there's only 2 pool games on the PS2, maybe 3.
Left break.
I used
So
to
it's-
play pool all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
Especially like going to a bar or social club and just playing a couple of games.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame because
Hole 8.
um,
Par 4.
a lot of pubs realised when there was a little bit of a recession in the 80s and 90s, a lot of pubs realised that the money that they were making from pool tables was absolutely nothing compared with what they would earn from food. No spins allowed. Oh shit.
The pub closest to where I live still has a pool table in it.
Yeah, there are some pubs.
As well.
There are some pubs that have brought them back. But yeah,
I mean, it'd honestly be more fun to see like how the new and the old for pub pool will actually be when it comes to like etiquette of it. Like waiting for your turn kind of thing.
yeah. I mean, I was well used to that. The winner stays on, and you put your coins on the table, or In fact, most of the places that I went to, they stop the coins on the table because it's kind of in the way when you're trying to play. So they just put a blackboard up, so you just write your name underneath. And that was great. You know, there was a lot of actually very good etiquette at the, even just the half decent pubs. It was actually very good. But you know, if you play a game of pool, if you play a game, well, you're always going to get the one idiot, yeah. But you know, if you play a game of pool, it would cost you what, £1, and you're going to be playing for 15 minutes, say 15 minutes. You bear in mind that you could get 2 dining tables with 4 people at each ordering a meal. That they might be there for about an hour. You're going to make 250 quid in the same period that you would earn £1 from a couple of people playing a game of pool. So that's why they got rid of all the pool tables.
Good old capitalism, because fuck fun.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right, but there is a huge difference between 250 quid and one.
Well, it would be 4 quid if it's 15 minutes a game.
Well done.
But yeah, it's you know, it's a no-brainer. But a few pubs realise that they kind of lost a lot of atmosphere. Yes, they were making money from food, but people just didn't really like the place.
It's almost as if, and this might be an incredibly queasy thing to realise, but it's almost as if pubs are the place you go after work to relax.
Yeah.
And get shit-faced.
Well, that was the other thing. I mean, yes, socially, and you could always get irresponsible drinkers, but the people who played pool a lot, and they would be in there every night. They won't just be playing pool, but they'd be buying a lot of drinks. You know, the difficulty is that pubs make almost no profit on alcoholic drinks. Nearly all of it goes to the government.
But at the same time, though, there's a fair amount of people that would end up just having stuff like Coke instead. And they have a massive markup on the Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Simply because of how it is. So
yeah.
Yeah, I usually just have a Coke.
Yeah.
And it is also the sort of thing of, if you are playing a couple of rounds of pool with friends, it's the sort of thing of winner has to buy drinks.
Oh, I never had that.
Or loser has to buy drinks sort of thing.
Damn it.
Morning.
Oh, shut up, Lulu. Shut up. Shut up. Come on, bounce over. Bounce over. Be nice. Be nice. Oh, not a dreggy. Not a dreggy.
Out of bounds.
Oh, shite.
Oh, talking of like takeaways, Jimmy, I recently found out that the place where I'm currently staying, which the nearest other takeaway is in like 7-8 mile. The little village I'm in right now actually does have a takeaway, but it's very, very limited for the stuff you can have, and it's very limited for the amount of people that they can actually serve.
One thing I never understood in this country is that everybody's trying to earn as much money as they can, and when it comes to takeaways, that applies as much to your traditional English fish and chip shop as it does to an Indian takeaway or a Chinese or whatever.
Yeah.
What I can never understand is why fish and chip shops, hang on, it's better, fish and chip shops, they all close at about, what is it, about 6:30 or 7 o'clock? They are losing so much money by doing that.
I mean, I've lived, it was always, most of them closed around 8:30 to 9ish.
Oh, nothing like that. Nothing like that
7
here.
to 8.
No, it's like you're driving past these places at about 7:30, and they're all closed, and you're thinking, what's the point? What is the point in doing that? Because there's one down the road from me, about
I mean, at the
10
same time,
minute walk. 1 to 10 minute walk away from me, and it is right opposite a pub.
I mean, at the same time, though, a lot of fish and chip shops, at least where I'm from, also opened up for lunch. So they could have a lunch crowd and a evening crowd.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas most of the other takeaways didn't really open for lunch.
Focus on your power gauge.
no. And part the problem is with the takeaway generally, whether it's Chinese or Indian, is most of them prepare the food to order. You go in and you'll say, "Oh, I'd like this chow mein," and they cook it. Most people don't have that kind of time to wait. Oh, nice whooper. Most people can't wait that kind of time in a lunch break, whereas in a fish and chip shop, they've always got the chips ready. They've always got the battered fish and the sausages and the pies. So you can you can go in there. You say, right, sausage, chips, and gravy, and 3 minutes later, you've got it.
Spot the person in the Midlands. Because he goes with gravy with his chips.
Approach successful.
Greedy.
I mean, you can tell he's not north because it's not curry, and you can tell he's not in the south because it isn't nothing. Or mushy peas or something.
Well done.
Wow. Oh, still just scrape the win.
Something I hadn't really realised for the longest time is just how similar food in the getting chips and gravy is to just getting poutine in Canada.
I win.
Yeah, I think with poutine, that depends on
it-
where you go. That
Yeah,
depends
cool.
on where you
But
go
it's
because
effectively chips, beans, and then cheese curd.
yeah, but there's a lot of different recipes for poutine, and
Yeah.
there are regional specialities as well. Funnily enough, when I went to Vernon 3 or 4 years ago, whenever I can't remember when it was now, 5 years ago maybe. We went to this. It was a golf course with it wasn't a restaurant. It was a cafe.
Of course, it was a golf course.
Yeah. And they had their own
I knew you'd like
poutine,
golf.
and I just didn't like it. I thought this is it's just mush. And then a few days later in town, we went somewhere else, and it was just like it was almost like a little takeaway place, but you could sit in. They did the poutine, and it was just fantastic, absolutely amazing. So it depends on where you go.
Yeah, at the same time, it's kind of similar to like ordering Chinese. I found that a lot of different Chinese restaurants, there's two very clear, distinctive differences. So, like one of the ones for the chow mein, for example, it has, I'm not too sure what it is, but it's an incredibly salty, crystallized thing with it. And it's always very much, if you're going to that Chinese, you're likely to get that kind of thing. Whereas if you go to some other ones, it's very different with the like sauce and the stuff there for the exact same sort of meal. So I've always had a fair amount of trouble because the ones with the like salt crystal-y stuff seems to be a bit more common, but it is also a lot nastier to me.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Fish and chips, okay. Incidentally, did you know this, King? The first fish and chip shop in the UK was opened about 40 years after the first Indian restaurant in the UK.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Anyway, so I'm kind of fairly.
I think
If
I
you
knew
imagine the coast around UK, I'm almost slap bang in the middle. I'm a long way from the nearest coastline. So fish and chips here is not going to be as good as a fish and chip shop in, say, Whitby or Scarborough, somewhere like that. But you can still be surprised. I've been to in inverted commas, a world famous fish and chip restaurant in Whitby. It was crap.
Yeah.
Absolute crap.
I mean, I've generally found that the places that are decent are decent because the cooks themselves are decent, not really because of their location to places, especially thanks to JIT delivery systems.
Yeah.
And for anybody who doesn't know what JIT is, it's just-in-time delivery. It's basically how the modern world works. There's less food waste, but at the same time less capacity to stock up.
Yeah. Hang on.
And that's why the worst thing you can do in a pandemic is to try and stock up.
Won't stop idiots from doing it though.
Well, of course.
Well, of course.
As I always say, they will cure COVID, but they'll never cure stupid.
I mean, you can make something idiot-proof, and then a bigger idiot will come along.
Yeah.
Now then.
Right. I'm not going to try anything brave here.
People will still be spending 20 grand on toilet rolls.
Nice shot.
Or pot noodle. Oh my word! No! Bounce over! Thank you. Oh, that was out. Just a second.
Spent 20 grand on
Missed
pot
it.
noodles a week.
I mean, if I'm spending 20 grand on pot noodle, I want the entire thing to be made out of fucking gold.
Okay.
And even then,
do
I'm
you
fairly sure that there has actually been a promotional, like, primarily gold pot that was actually cup noodle that done it, and that was 10 grand.
Oh, so you bought 2 of them?
No.
Nice shot.
10 fucking grand, like,
Oh, yours is doing the same thing,
almost all
Corny.
the amount of money I get in
Wow.
a year.
Yeah.
No, in fact, it is almost, like, it's all the money I get in a year, and then I'd have a little bit of change.
Oh no! Overhit it.
Good.
Oh, and it died.
Such skill. You've got skills.
Right, that was game logic not working. Incidentally, on my slobs, I've got no stream chat again. Why has that happened? I've not had stream chat show up in slobs for at least 3 or 4 months now.
Take your mouse to the left-hand side, press the little arrow, it'll open up screen chat.
No, it's blank. I've got it open,
Oh.
it's blank.
Very good.
Oh, nice shot.
Quite the feat. Look at you. Got it. Birdie within reach.
It's there on the stream.
Have faith. She does it.
Only other thing I can really think of off the top of my head would be to have to clear out the cache for slobs.
What makes me really nervous about doing that is that's the kind of thing where if I did it, I would lose all of my settings as well.
No, you wouldn't. Thankfully. Almost all of the settings within slobs were actually stored in their website servers. One of the times when I changed over my laptop, which I'm actually looking at having to do it again fairly soon, it did actually let you re-import all of your settings and everything.
Right. Still don't like it. That's the kind of thing that really scares me.
Yeah, it's something which concerns me to do, and I work in IT.
Yeah.
Shot successful.
So technically, it should be fine.
I want my darling Amy to come out. Oh, no. Don't you dare. Yeah, I'll take that. That's alright. I want my darling Amy to come over again. I miss Amy.
La la. So you don't want Dundies anymore?
Friendship ended with Dundies. Amy is my best friend.
I don't do that kind of nonsense. And even if I did, I wouldn't admit it.
Successful.
There you go.
All I'm hearing is a hushed tones of, yes, I'm totally doing that nonsense.
Oh, don't.
There it goes.
Wow. That's actually okay. My position is not quite as good here as I thought it was.
Yeah,
okay.
the giant desert dreggy in the way.
These are spiky dreggies. That's the worst kind of dreggy. Spiky. Oh, got away with it.
Very good. Stop there. You're on the green.
Oh my word.
Yes, hello.
You know, there is actually one thing that's positive about COVID that I hadn't fully realised. There's not going to be any carol singers.
Impossible.
Yeah. Well, I think
Touchdown.
Anyway.
it was either my brother or a friend of my brother came out with an absolute cracker. My mum relayed it to me. Just trying to remember the actual wording now. Oh yeah, all these people saying that COVID it was originated in China. You see, even our death is made in China now. And then this one guy said, hang on, we've had COVID around for a year. Nothing that's made in China lasts for a fucking year. Good point.
Really? How could this happen? Barely possible.
Oh, this isn't nice.
Break.exe has stopped working.
Well, let's see if it works for me. Oh, almost worked too much.
Focus on your breathing.
We got this.
It slopes up. It breaks right.
Oh, nice one, King.
It's hard. Good. Now, pretty good.
How exhilarating.
I like the little bunny tail as well. I hadn't noticed that.
Hold twice. It's a power 5.
Service.
I knew you could do it.
Oh, hang
But
on.
it isn't even a full bunny suit
I don't have one.
yet.
Right.
Yet. He's got one ordered for Christmas.
Well, we shouldn't mock him for his hobbies, or liking to dress up like a woman.
Oh yes, we should.
Who do you think
Come on.
I am? Dino?
Oh, banter, the banter.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I'm going to try and take a photograph, and I just want to know whether or not my camera can see the difference between the two monitors here. It can.
Loading. No. Wow.
I'll post that when I can.
So in other words, whenever
Right.
Corny tries to take his
Horrible.
next shocks, it's going to take a year.
No, I was just mentioning before the difference in colour balance between my PC monitor and the TV. The TV just looks so garish.
Yeah.
Maybe you should change the settings on it.
I'd like to, but I don't know what I'm looking for in terms of what kind of setting I need.
You see, I might be able to help with that a
Focus on
little.
your power gauge.
Well, the trouble is, King, it's an ancient TV. It's about 6 or 7 years old now.
I mean, that's younger than the TV I was using for doing stuff like that.
Right, and it's
I don't
also
like using smart. I don't like using smart TVs in the slightest. So
no.
I'm not looking forward to having to try and find a new TV because oh boy, almost all of them are going to be smart TVs.
I don't know whether I can share this direct to Discord because I'm probably in the wrong channel.
Very good. Quite the feat.
Yeah, can't do it. All right, I'll
Within reach.
I'll do it between rounds. I'll have to email it to myself basically and then post it. No, it's always the quickest way actually.
I mean, I have a part of my own Discord which only I have access to, which is just my dumping ground for photos and stuff.
Yeah, well, the problem that I have, King, is that if I press the share button on my phone to share a photo to Discord, it goes to whichever channel I had open last, and I can't navigate to where I want to be.
Because I normally just have it on Discord when I'm uploading stuff, and then I just like kind of know where to tap. And with my phone, the most recent photo I took is immediately top left.
Sink it for an eagle.
Yeah, but the trouble is I can't navigate to the Discord channel where I want to share the picture. So it's a bit of a pain.
I guess in a way I'm actually doing it the other way around, and I'm moving to the Discord channel first.
Nice eagle.
Yeah, that's what I really need to do. Oh, but actually, no, that wouldn't help me because it will upload the photo at its original resolution, which is too big for Discord. It won't take it. It's quite a high resolution camera on the phone. Surprisingly high. It's higher than both of my digital cameras.
I have the exact same problem normally with mine. So when they're just putting mine from being, I think it's 16 megapixels to 12.
Yeah.
Seems to fix it.
But the trouble is, if I did that, I'd always forget to change it back again.
Yeah. I mean, for me, generally, I don't have to worry too much about it being at the slightly lower res. So it's 17 megapixels, and I put it down to 12.
Right.
Although technically it can go up to 19 megapixels at 4x3, but who the hell shoots in 4x3?
Right.
The hell is that on?
Huh?
The hell did you put your pot noodle on?
My desk.
Is that made out of like scrap wood or something?
Yeah.
Fine shot. Not bad.
I don't know what it's made out of.
You're on your way. Right.
Oh, I'm putting that. Now messing.
Anyways, Dino's pot noodle. I nicked it.
Yeah, apparently.
You know, you should really stop lying about the things you love.
Downhill. Relax. To the right.
King, are you in our Last of Us server as well?
Yes, I am.
You are, okay. Right. I'll post it there. Oh, what am I doing? Pictures. As soon as you see this photo, you'll see the difference between my TV image and the monitor. Right, it's there now.
Yep, I can see it. It
Yeah.
looks like
Focus on your breathing.
over
It's
too much
just
gamma on the TV.
something is saturated, isn't it?
It's the gamma. It's actually less saturated than the monitor.
Hmm.
I think.
Oh, the monitor is absolutely beautiful. The monitor
Is the monitor the one in the back?
No, my PC monitor is the one in front.
Oh, if that's the case, then it would be lowering down the saturation and ever so slightly increasing the gamma.
Yeah.
It should be a separate setting within the video stuff.
1, 2.
No, the PC monitor, the one at the front, is perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice shot.
So yeah, it just looks like general oversaturation.
Well done.
It's something there is settings for to just lower saturation as an entire setting.
Yeah.
Got a bit too much colour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mass is too much. I was watching. You can on YouTube you can get these relaxation videos which are like beautiful scenery where everything has got to be done using a fucking drone.
Yeah.
And music which consists only of 2 chords that alternate all the time. Anyway, Harrow. Ooh, look at those legs. Look at that bad skin condition as well. Yeah, we were watching one of those the other night, and like on the TV, even though it's feeding through the monitor as well, on TV it actually looked okay. Then just came across and watched it on the monitor, and it's beautiful. Just looks so realistic, and then you realise how much that TV is over-coloured, and it's almost like too much contrast as well.
Well, I would definitely say the first thing to end up lowering would be the oversaturation, the saturation.
Yeah.
Because the contrast's just really going to be wanting to focus on the highs and the lows, whereas that looks like overall it's too high.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's similar to brightness and gamma
Very
settings,
possible.
Yeah.
where they both effectively do very similar things, but they are still very specific in what they actually change.
Focus
Yeah.
on your breathing.
Sweet birdie.
You're incredible.
Think long and hard.
Yeah,
That's,
I think saturation is the colour and brightness is obviously the brightness.
Oh yeah, the brightness is fine. That's not.
Well, saturation and brightness are two separate things. It'd be saturation and contrast.
Yeah.
Saturation is the overall how vivid every single color part looks, whereas the contrast is how they all look in relation to each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's basically like having a bell curve. So the top of the bell curve, if you make it higher or lower, that is the saturation. If you make it a shallower or a steeper pitch, is the contrast.
I remember at school I used to fuck over all of that stuff on purpose.
Oh,
Made the
that's
screen entirely
kicker.
purple.
That was a kick and a half. That's not going to do me any favours. Stay. Give me a shot. Oh.
Got me in so much trouble, but it was so funny.
Yeah. Because you know also how you're talking about how a lot of the music is only made out of like 2 chords. It's
Yeah.
primarily droning.
Yeah.
I know one of the things which is very much music like that is most well known because it was in porn.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you,
No wonder why I liked it so much.
It was also in furry porn.
Yeah, who's listening to the music, huh?
I mean, I was interested because the music sounded fucking banger.
Oh, pulled pork with green bean. That's nice. Oh yeah.
And also because one of the things I do end up making is mood board things. So that's nice music. Yoink, mine now.
Oh, can I actually clear this spiky dreggy?
Gigantic, spiky dreggy.
Yeah.
It's a little one.
No. Bye.
Well, I thought you'd be able to get over that.
That's what I thought as well. Right, it's unplayable. Shut up.
It's more than just unplayable, it's out of bounds.
Yeah.
Now then.
Yeah, so you can't play it even if you wanted to.
No, I did think that I thought I could clear the cactus there.
I mean, because I don't really fully remember what the difference between gamma and brightness is, which is always frustrating, but I know it's very, very minor.
Mm.
Whereas I'm at least happy I sort of remember what the gamma, no, not the gamma, the contrast and saturation differences are.
Well, that is definitely colour saturation. No doubt about it. It's just
I wouldn't
too
really
high.
I wouldn't really say contrast, but definitely saturation. Because one of the things I actually do kind of enjoy is a little bit of oversaturation for some of the stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you don't want it to look washed out.
Yeah.
You want some vibrancy to it, but that's too much. Just don't
Yeah,
know
that is
don't know
definitely too
why
much.
it's set that high.
Probably for actually watching TV.
No, I've got the feeling that if I increased the saturation, it may well have been because I was playing a PS3 game that was a little bit muted in its colour scheme.
Yeah, it's also possible. Oh, talking about like problems playing PS3 games. One of the things I've had trouble with was playing Metal Gear Solid on the PS3 to stream it, because when I was trying to play it, of course it's a PS1 game originally. It's got bars on it. The bars aren't standard. Like when I was trying to adjust it on my TV so it would fill out the entire screen, none of them filled it out, but also didn't cut stuff off.
Yeah, but have you heard of all the problems that they've had with Cyberpunk?
Yes, I have.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I do love me some good old Cyberjank 2077, or even Seizure Punk 2077.
Yeah, what a disgrace that is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say disgrace, I would say mistake. But
Well, you can't
boy.
call it. It's more than a mistake to release a game when you know that it won't work properly on, PS4 or whichever other. Can't remember which Xbox platform. Older Xbox platforms. But when you know that it's not ready, when it can't perform, Jesus Christ, you don't release it.
Yep.
Sounds like EA released it.
Oh, talking of EA, Codemasters is getting bought out by them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
F in the chat, boys.
Yep.
Well,
Stop.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, Codemasters have always been really renowned for the racing games, but what have they released recently in racing games?
Almost all of the F1 games.
Yeah, but
Almost all of Dirt, and like the what
oh,
used to be
come on,
called
carry,
pre-rally stuff.
carry. Thank you.
Tokka. So I guess they don't make any Tokka games anymore.
No. But they've always been apart from Dirt, they've always been a bit kind of old school, really.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take EA to, well, it's going to take somebody else, not necessarily EA, but that seems to be the way that it's worked. It's going to take somebody outside Codemasters to make their games feel interesting and valid again. You know, when you consider the Bugbear, nobody really knows about Bugbear. It's almost like, oh my God, that could have, that could have gone along the bridge then. Bugbear did Flat Out, which is almost, that's back to like Windows 95 PS game. Sorry, PC game. But it was great.
The first Flat Out,
Fucking
I'm
great.
pretty sure, was actually on the original Xbox.
Right. But it was brilliant.
And then the second and third one was on the 360.
Yeah. It was a fantastic game, and they left it for ages, and then two years ago, I think. No, well, was it last year?
No, it was about 3 or 4. Yeah, it was actually a reasonable amount of time for.
No. I'm just thinking. When did Wreckfest come out? I think it was last year.
2018.
Right. And it is fantastic, and it's like you look at the likes of Codemasters and you think, yeah, you would never have done that.
Oh. The initial release date for Wreckfest, 14th of January 2014. Official release on Steam, 14th of June 2018.
Well,
Right.
they make Grid as well, apparently.
Yeah. Again, Codemasters' thing is very much racing games now.
Yeah, but the trouble is, Codemasters have never. It's either going to be a sim or it's going to be an arcade. I think Codemasters have very often made the mistake of trying to get somewhere in between, and it doesn't really work. It's got to be one or the other.
Counterpoint, Forza Horizon. It is perfectly fine for people who prefer arcadey racing games, where at the same time it is very decent for a racing sim.
What? Oh, get off! And also get back on again. All right. Oh. Oh, you lucky bastard.
You lucky bastard.
I've ended up with a shot. Holy hell.
Oh. Flat Out 4 wasn't made by Bugbear. Bless me.
I thought it was. I thought that was the whole inspiration for them coming up with Wreckfest. Well, hang on. Who's Flat Out credited to then?
I was only talking about Flat Out 4 because I thought that would have been Bugbear. But it looks like the only one that
it might
done was 4.
Yeah, but
oh Jesus Christ! They also done V-Rally 4. Oof.
Yeah, who is the dev of the original Flat Out? Because it might be the same company that they changed, but they just changed their name.
That would have been 4X, and it would have still been listed on Wikipedia if they had it.
Oh right, okay. Flat Out was great. I
Yeah, Bugbear Entertainment was Flat Out 1 to Ultimate Carnage.
Right. Oh, Dino, come on. Hit the ball.
Such skill. Trying for birdie. Keep it together.
Ooh. Do you want to know something that's kind of disgusting? Big Ben Interactive was a French video game company.
Nice birdie. Yeah.
Trying for birdie.
It's now Nacon, but
Birdie secure.
Nice birdie. Quite the show.
Last hole. Hole 18. Par 4.
I think they've done something on the design of this game, because it's almost impossible now to get under this arch.
oh. Oh, no wonder the
Just watch this.
wait,
Just
like
watch this.
WRC games and V Rally 4
Got
and,
loads.
like,
Oh, that's not
All the topspin, and it still hits the rock. And it hits the rock a long way up.
oh boy, I finally realised why like the Flat Out 4 and all of the WRC racing games and that lot is all absolutely piff. The people who developed it and also the people who are the parent company for the people who developed it have primarily just been developing absolute shovelware. So, for example, from 2010, My Body Coach, and Spot the Differences from 2019.
You got through it. Wow.
lucky bounce.
Wow. Stay on. Stay on. Deserves to stay on.
Such skill.
Hell yeah. Right, you know, I can't afford to mess about with this now. Got to play boring. And, oh, is there any way? You know what? Because I don't care, I'm going to see if it's possible to swing around at this distance.
Nice shot.
Come on. Get round. Get round.
I totally haven't also posted 2 Cyberjank 2077 things as well in the
Oh my
Peace
God.
Wolf Discord.
Oh, I thought that was GTA.
Well, just click on it and then play it and see.
Where the...
But the first one was.
It's unplayable. It's actually put me right behind.
Now then.
Why didn't it say you can't hit the ball in this direction?
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be expensive.
Nice approach. Eagle possible.
The characters are thinking exactly what I was.
Yeah.
The brakes left.
The GTA one is solid though.
Well, fuck you, game.
Maybe.
Oh my God. Oh, it's Teeny Cup, isn't it?
That should have whooped.
Well, it should have done, but...
It's all Dino's fault.
Yep.
No. Trying for birdie.
Well, in the end, only one shot in it. I didn't do the sensible thing with the shot there because I already knew. I am convinced that they've changed the design of this somehow, sneakily.
Wow. Birdie secure. Not bad at all. Birdie. Nice shot.
Incidentally, hole 4 of this course, which is it hole 4 where you've got the 2 fairways that you can choose between, and
I
It's the one where everything on those two fairways is sloping down, and then you've got water to clear to get up to an elevated green.
I don't remember.
Right. Let's do the out 9, because on that particular approach, just in front of that green, usually when you play, there's a big cactus plant, which sometimes it comes into play, not always, but it can do. I've been doing rounds where that cactus is just not there, and I wonder whether it's a difference between a room and an open course. It's there on the open courses but not on rooms, or vice versa. Let's do the out now. I'll set it up with something or other. Out 9. Let's go.
While you do that, I'll buy some balls.
Okay, you buy some balls. He doesn't know that I'm doing this, does he? Got no idea.
I'm scared. You put slot mode on, haven't you?
Nope. No, I haven't. I'm just going to top up with some wine before we start. Oops.
Ah, you bastard.
Can you hear anything at all through the TV? That sounds like
Oh boy, a new NES game came out in 2021. Or is coming out in 2021.
Boy.
The homebrew community is fucking
Okay.
wild.
Rain and cloud. This is... I've never actually set up a room deliberately with rain and cloud. Can you believe that?
Hey Dino,
Yes.
a game from your era is coming out in 2021.
What? Space
A game from
Invaders?
A game on the NES.
No.
So
No, just-
maybe a bit
just-
too old for you now that I think about it. So a bit too young for you.
Oh shit.
But yeah,
Um.
the fucking homebrew community is wild.
Let's go.
Second.
What are you doing?
Bunny just sent a message asking who's pretending to be her. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's hole. It's either hole 3 or hole 4.
Par 4. 1, 2. Yep. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Oh Christ.
What?
You know your satire is batting 100% when it's revealed to be news just 4 days later. And then with Hard Drive Mag, Cyberpunk 2077 is a perfect game, is what I must say, to make sure the abused workers get their bonuses. And then Jason Schreier, 4 days later. News. CD Projekt executives took responsibility for Cyberpunk's buggy launch in an email to staff today, saying this year's performance bonuses will no longer be tied to review scores, given the circumstances. Before, the threshold was 90% on Metacritic.
Yeah, well, Jason Schreier is full of crap anyway.
Yes, he is, but he is still very much a fairly decent journalist. It's just a shame that video game journalist is the same sort of thing as I write for gossip mags.
Jason Schreier is the one who said on the day of the Game Awards that he was definitely officially told that the Game Awards would include the upgraded Last of Us Part 2 for the PS5 and also the new factions.
You're saying that
both-
Jason Schreier is, well, he is sort of known to be a bit of a let's blow stuff up to make sure we get the news out there. But when he does actually report on the news as such, not rumor, he's actually fairly decent with it.
Yeah, but then he shouldn't be relying on rumor at all.
Yeah, but again, video game journalism is the kind of twisted and fucked up cousin of celebrity journalism, and that's still the fucked up and twisted version of gossip magazines.
Yeah, well, I can't take the guy seriously, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Nice birdie.
I mean,
He might as well rename himself Breakthrough Gaming, to be honest.
Breakthrough Gaming.
Look at you. Oh, right. Nice shot. Amazing.
Okay, yeah, it's hole 4.
Hole 2. Part 3.
Also, do you really believe almost anything that's getting said during the Game Awards when it is very much the video game's equivalent of we remove the rib so we can blow ourselves?
Well, my take, I watched it and it kept me up until about 4 o'clock in the morning, so my bad.
Successful.
But I was eager. Thanks, Jason Schreier, because I was eager to see if this factions or because I still don't know whether I'll buy a PS5. At the moment, I've got no reason to, but I wanted to see if there was anything.
I mean, he done his job. He got you to stay to the thing.
Shot successful.
So,
If he's a journalist, what you should do is absolutely confirm the validity of your sources.
Trying for birdie.
And obviously he didn't, because if he had, then he would either have not have said that,
It breaks right.
or he would have come out and say, hey, don't listen to any of this crap that says there's a new factions coming out or, upgrade of Last of Us 2 for the PS5. It's not happening. No, he just went with it because he knew that it was sensational.
yep. But sadly, that's kind of the entire state of games journalism. It's not really
Here's the big
proper
problem.
journalism,
Yeah,
sadly.
but here's the problem. Oh, come on, Carrie. Here's the problem.
Birdie
The
with
Game
the
Awards is obviously a massive event, and you've got literally millions tuning in.
left
You've
right.
got a huge fan base of The Last of Us in all its forms. People are hanging on to the word of journalists. Journalists should not be so crassly incompetent and unprofessional as to come out with crap only to have it blown out of the water the same night. What has that done to his credibility?
Well, the thing is, he didn't already have much when it came to
Well,
reporting rumor as
Well,
being
yeah,
fact.
okay, maybe.
And at the same time, most of video game journalism is not really. It well bats below what it should with rumor reporting.
Okay, well, has Jason Schreier at any point since the Game Awards come out and said, oh, I got that wrong, sorry?
None of the gaming journalists ever do. That's the thing.
Hole 3.
So
It's a par
it's
five.
not a fault of Jason Schreier. It's a fault of the entire industry.
He's still an
And it's the sort
individual.
of thing of if he does actually go back on that, then he is more
This is the
likely
one.
to start getting blacklisted on those things.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
again,
sorry to
it's-
interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. This is the hole. So you can see there, heading towards the green. Usually, you've got a big cactus in your way, and it's not there.
Huh.
Now, have they patched that out completely?
Fine shot.
I can't see why they would.
It's because they got too many draggy complaints.
Very strange. Yeah, so my only thing to say about Jason Schreier now is how are people going to react about his next piece of big news?
Generally, when it is actual news, he is very decent with the actual reporting of it. So he's actually one of the more, I wouldn't say trustworthy, because none of the video game journalists as such are really that trustworthy, but he's a decent reporter.
Am I the
So
only one who doesn't know who
it
this
is something where it's 6 and 2 threes, unfortunately. The entire industry, when it comes to reporting on rumor and the like, are kind of notoriously shit. But he himself, when he's actually doing reporting on news, which is actual news, he's decent at it. And I'm saying that as somebody who was kind of fairly heftily in with the absolute nutcases that are the Gamergate crowd. So yeah, the fact I'm saying that should say a fair amount. That I'm willing to actually say, yeah, he's actually a decent journalist.
All I care about is the fact that he kept me awake for 4 hours when I wanted to go to bed, so fuck him.
Yep, but he was probably getting a fair amount of money to try and make sure people were tuning in and keeping on track for that kind of thing. So he's still done his job. It's just a shame his job in this particular case was not really the same as being a decent journalist. And there's a high chance that he was actually given that as well as a bit of news, but then it was pulled at the last minute.
Such skill. Sink it for an eagle.
Or the 5th hour, or
I-
whatever you want to
I
call it.
don't even know if it would have been,
Left break.
could have been pulled at the last minute. I think all of it was probably pre-recorded anyway. I don't think any of it was actually live.
Generally, with the Game Awards, each of the segments themselves are pre-recorded, but the entire show itself isn't. Is how I generally look at
No.
it. But at the same time, it's very much the game industry of we've removed our ribs so we can start blowing ourselves and sniffing our
Yeah,
own thumb.
I know, but
Sink it for an
previously it's been a live event with an audience. This,
Yeah.
because of COVID, it's obviously not this time, so they have absolute freedom to pre-record and edit everything.
eagle. For birdie.
Yeah, they would, but it's the sort of thing of a lot of publishers. They might have something that they're ready to try and release, but then they realize fairly late on, it's, oh shit, we can't actually do that yet. We still got a lot more we need to do on it.
Well,
So they
that's,
end up asking for bits removed or bits pulled or put in.
well, that
So
is
I can see it being as more broadcast TV sort of thing rather than fully pre-recorded.
no, that is precisely the reason why they would pre-record it and edit it.
Well, I'd actually argue it's precisely the reason why they wouldn't, as such. They would have each section already recorded, but they would have to end up chopping and changing the sections they use to make it a overall show.
Well, if they have any degree of professionalism and know how to edit a program, they have an agenda of items, and like any broadcaster which is going to put out a show which is ostensibly live, you know that you're going to be editing up until the last couple of hours before the broadcast.
Yeah.
So you need to have options. If something gets pulled, if something gets changed, we replace it with this. God, you can do it at speed runs where you have
Yep.
backup runs. If they can do it, you know.
And there's definitely a high likelihood that they probably would have those sections filled in probably with other little bits of news. Because with it being The Last of Us Part 2 stuff, I'm more than willing to bet that Naughty Dog would be wanting to try and make it as high quality as possible.
Yeah.
So I could honestly see them saying, we aren't actually properly happy with this yet, so could you please remove it?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of other gaming companies are a lot less worried with quality and more concerned with pushing shit out of the door.
Yeah, I know, but Naughty Dog aren't going to do that at the last moment. Good shot. Oh, my God, that died.
You're on the green.
Oh,
Birdie
wow.
within reach. It slopes down.
Oh my god.
Watch this die as well.
Maybe.
Actually, didn't die, it just didn't break.
You can do it. Don't worry.
Oh my god.
Focus on your breathing.
Ooh.
Okay. Comical.
It's time.
Exciting. Maybe. Oh, come on.
Focus on your breathing.
I knew you could do it.
Make it count.
Don't get flustered.
I actually want to get another par now because I don't know what little VO she was going to give then.
It's time.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Still got it.
Hole 5. It's a par 4.
Okay, this will be a tester.
1, 2.
A giant draggy.
Shot successful.
Look at that, it's still only just made it.
Oh god. So a Slate article simply titled "There is no secret underground base on Mars" by Hugh Mann. And then the author biograph: Hugh Mann is a human who lives in a house in a human city of Kentucky with several other humans, including his mate. His diet consists primarily of dead plants and animals from Earth.
Fine. Okay.
Ugh.
Right.
Fine shot.
Nice shot. Fabulous. Nice shot.
Yep, that will do. Both safe
Great
at
feat.
both safe on first shots as well.
Is this
Even despite the rain.
You can do this.
It breaks left.
What's the rain say? Nope.
What?
Sink it for an eagle.
Nail it.
Oh, bit hard. Try and compensate. Yes.
Finish. Try for birdie.
Nice eagle. Stay calm, dear. No rushing, okay?
Bless you.
Huh?
Sorry, just sounded like a...
That is good.
Nice birdie. On fire.
Like the show.
Nice.
Hole 6. Par 4.
Oh, this could be interesting. I only have to come back one club here. No. No, and in fact I've just lost the rain.
This is probably the only hole where rain is actually helpful.
Yeah, and it just stopped on me as I was selecting clubs. Oh, that's not too bad though. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Beautiful. Yes, 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 yes. Can't ask for more than that. Well, apart from holding one, obviously. I'll take that any day. Right, what's happening in the world of phone? Nothing. Okay, nice.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
What's the game fucked me over somehow?
Shot complete.
Well, Lulu likes it. Is Lulu somewhat mental? Oh, she is. Come on.
Stop
Fringe, fringe, fringe. Yeah, that's alright. That's okay.
Cringe.
good hit.
Well done. Look at you.
Yeah, it's alright.
Got it. Ha! Very good.
Carol!
Defeat. Birdie within reach. Nice birdie. Birdie possible.
Nice bird. Exciting.
It slopes up. It breaks left.
Bit of One Direction there.
Nice birdie. Okay. I did it.
Nice birdie. Solid birdie.
Hole 7. It's a par 3. 1, 2. Yep.
See, I wouldn't worry too much about getting some One Directions. Just make sure that you mix it up a little. Just a little mix.
Ugh, that's ugly. Oh, just in time for the rain. Just
Sucks
go
to
and
be
get
you,
my,
Corny.
Get my wine carton.
It always sucks to be me. What do you mean?
It's waning.
Oh fuck, I way overhit that. I blame Dino.
Fine shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. You're on the green. Now then.
Ugh, don't like this.
Nice approach.
Arse.
Birdie possible.
Stay calm.
It slopes up.
I can't even see where the break is.
It's a little bit to the right, but not much. I'd say it's almost like you just want to be on the corner. Yeah, the edge of the hole. Very slightly hard, but we'll whoop in.
You got that. Really good. I did it. Nice shot. Congrats.
Good birdie.
Focus.
Okay, that's a shot pulled back.
Dandies are still watching Call of Duty. Watch a real game.
Call of Duty is a real game.
No, it's not.
It's just a real game where you've got to go throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, Fart Simulator.
It's a par 4. Right.
Or maybe she's trying to give you a hint, Corny, and she's wanting to actually have a Call of Booty.
Rain might actually help out on this hole as well, you know.
Yes, actually. We don't complain about the front bunkers on this hole, believe me. You always think, oh, bunker, that's bad. No, it's actually good.
It's not a clunker.
Yeah.
It's a decent bunker.
Good shot.
Nice shot.
It's Dino's bunker.
So for those not familiar, should be all right. Should be all right. Yeah. Out of bounds at the back of the green here is as soon as you go off the back of the green. So it's really, really tough. Almost impossible to nail the green from your tee shot. Oh, look at the quality of the graphics on that rock there.
There. Good.
No, I think that's a tree.
Oh, is it a tree?
I think so.
Oh boy. So I'm kind of enjoying some of the news from unionist papers towards Scotland, with, for example, Nicola Sturgeon must rethink Christmas lockdown rules, or what? Have people die because she wants to do a Boris Johnson and open everything up?
Nice eagle. Excellent.
Huh?
Birdie possible.
A lot of the unionist newspapers, so people that don't want Scotland to be free as they should be, are saying that Nicola Sturgeon's thoughts and everything with COVID restrictions are totally the worst, and that she should follow Boris Johnson.
Nice birdie.
Yeah.
Whereas Boris Johnson's Christmas miracle is going to quite clearly kill a lot of people unnecessarily.
Oh, look, it's a par 5.
Unless they're hoping to get the vaccine out before it does kill anyone, which is quite unlikely.
No, they'll be bothering too much to deal with London first, because London totally is all of the UK and fuck everywhere else outside of the M25.
Yeah.
The Plymouth GPs, which me and my mum are registered to, aren't expecting to get anything until the middle of January.
I'm not expecting to get anything, period.
Yeah, me and my mum are both registered at high risk. My mum especially so because of COPD. So even though she's not 80, she's not 70, she's not 60,
Nice
but
shot.
she's she's before all of those, but still at the point where it's important to get stuff like that. So the age isn't as big, but the fact that it's a severe lung issue is, basically right near the top.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then for me, I would actually be mostly fine, but I have severe enough mental issues where I'm somehow in the same sort of bracket.
Right.
The thing I still can't understand is why that first, or one of the first vaccine shots went to some 90-year-old. And I'm thinking,
Because it's a PR stunt. Let's be real
Yeah,
here,
but-
it was a PR stunt.
yeah,
I mean, I'm still happy that the second person that it went to was one William Shakespeare.
yeah.
Fine shot.
Nice shot.
You're so good. Nice shot.
His
Again.
satire is dead.
Oh, beautiful. Go on.
Amazing.
Yeah.
More like it.
Eagle
Always
possible.
happens.
Ah,
Stay calm.
Always happens. There's like homing shots aren't installed on my game for some reason.
Yeah. So anyway, that first successful jab went to some 90-year-old, and I'm thinking, yes, that'll work. You can get straight back to work on Monday.
yeah. I mean, at the same time, though, I am very happy that it is actually going towards people who are in their older stage of life, so they can actually do a little bit more.
Lovely. Amazing.
And it totally doesn't have anything to do with the fact that almost all of my family are actually in their 80s and 90s. But that's actually one of the reasons I was wanting to move up to Scotland when I could. Is I moved in summer because I knew the autumn and winter would become shit. I had a solid hunch that it would go to shit.
Corny, your room, mate.
Bathroom break first though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one as well.
Yeah.
fun.
Well, in that case, hang on. There we go.
I hear some typing.
Yes, I am. And I'm gonna go make food, I guess. Nothing interesting, just hungry.
Is that pot noodle?
No. I think it was a chicken korma.
Boo.
Well, I got 2 of them because the thing I was actually wanting, which I think was a chicken tikka masala and another thing they didn't have, so I just got 2 kormas because they did. And that cost me a fiver for the 2 ready meals. And if I do end up having to go into hospital or anything, or call 111 because of back pain, I'd be preferring to not waste that, especially because it's not something that keeps too long.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I should be fine, but you do not fuck with back pain, especially not nervous-related back pain.
Yeah. Back pain, not fun.
Yeah. And especially this time of year, with like COVID and everything. All right.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. And food time.
Have fun.
Good luck.
Hello.
Hello. Moon's up.
Goody goody goody.
And it's a difficult one.
Right. Right. I haven't got a single clip tonight, I just realised. Haven't clipped anything at all.
Hello.
Let's check something. Yay. It's there. Tea in your cup as well, huh?
Yeah, I set everything to auto.
Oh, right. Rain, cloudy, tea in your cup. Oh, my God.
Let's do this.
At least it's regular tea.
Well, there's that. Oh, my God. Yeah. Oh, come on, Twitch. Stop being useless.
Hole 10. It's a par 4.
Well, to be honest, I'm actually glad that it's the back 9 here, because the out 9 with these conditions would be murder. Hole 1, even with the best conditions, it's so hard to hit the fairway.
Good shot. Yes. Awesome.
Stop.
Perfect.
Good boy.
Perfect.
Wow. Pretty good. On fire.
Oh, yes. Don't rain. Don't rain. Don't rain.
shot. I got trails. That's lovely.
By the
Oh,
way, King went to get some food.
oh my god.
Didn't work.
Ah, right, okay.
I think he's getting a chicken korma. Pum,
Oh
pum,
my
pum.
god.
Fine shot.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Best shot.
Oh, did you see? Look at, you can see the bounce mark. See the bounce mark there?
Yeah, it's right next to the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And maybe you. Congrats. Keep calm.
Come on, dear. Relax, my love. Focus.
Well done.
What do you-
Birdie
well,
within reach.
well done.
Plenty of time.
Lulu, go home.
Left break.
Lulu doesn't have a home.
Ooh, I do have the option of unfollowing myself. That's interesting.
You can't.
No, I can't actually. No. No.
I tried.
Nice shot. You got
Someone unfollowed me. I'm trying to work out who it is.
Look at you. Nice birdie.
Okay. Minus 10 points. Yay!
Hole
Whoever
11.
unfollowed me is going to get banned. I genuinely don't know who it is. It was you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Of course it was.
You saw that I did really badly on the international tournament, so you got
Oh, oh, oh,
So
oh,
you
oh,
went,
oh, oh,
nope.
oh, 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 no.
Water entered.
Damn. Well, I think it's put you outside of rattle range, so you will at least have a shot.
Nice shot.
Wow. Sweet. Nice shot.
Mind your gauge.
Yeah, it looks.
Hey,
Hey up,
Hello.
welcome back.
thank you. Decided against making the korma yet. Because I realised it was one of the things that had a lot earlier expiry date.
So what are you making instead?
Well, I've already made it, but a Rustler's sub, chicken sub.
Classy. Oh no 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 no.
Almost as classy as a pot noodle.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the F1 racer who decided to release his own brand of
God, here we
strips
go.
of poultry? He was going to release
Nice.
some chicken gros-jambs.
Nice shot. Very good. Quite the feat.
We can see you there trying your best not to laugh, Dino.
And I did that very successfully.
There.
Oh!
Ouch.
Oof. Okay.
Yes.
Well done. I let everyone down. Sink it for an eagle.
Bang it in.
Prove yourself.
Don't you dare.
An eagle finish.
Great eagle. Brilliant.
Wow. Oh, got an itchy nose.
Hole 12. Par 4.
Oh, do I not like this one in the wet? Just what she said.
1, 2.
Now, trouble is with rain, very often you won't get a skip. You won't get a water skip.
Minnesota.
I don't like.
Oh, there it is.
Go on, go on. Oh, it just cleared it. Wow. That was a bit naughty because it wasn't. It was not a good shot to play.
Right.
You might need power here, Corny. Swing it round. Swing it round. It's got to carry. It's got to carry.
Wonderful.
Come on. Hold up. Hold up.
Not
Hold
too
up.
far.
Hold up. Yeah.
Water entered.
I like the way that, according to the dots, that bridge is sloping over to the right-hand side.
I may have made the right choice. I may have made the wrong choice. Oh no. I mean, I was able to eat it, but I'm gonna have to call 111 now. Fuck. Okay.
Why? What happened?
Back pain. Quite severe back pain, same as it was when I first flared up. So, thank God we have a National Health Service.
Okay. Good shot.
Oh yes. Oh.
That's closer. Right.
I mean, before I'm fucking calling them, I'm getting socks, shoes on. Well, socks on at least, so excuse me, I have to just chuck on my shoes
Very
and
good.
stuff.
Oh,
but,
distance.
Quite a feat. Obviously already within reach.
That's all I can really say.
You got a birdie. Focus.
Nice birdie.
That'll do. Make it count.
Especially because I did tell myself that if I had any more, pardon me, back pain, it would be calling the 111.
Oh God.
Oof.
Well, you don't fuck with back pain.
You made par.
Never fuck with back pain.
Nice shot.
Nope.
Hole 13. It's par 4.
Choose your bunker. Choose your bunker. I'm gonna go for left. I think.
Shot successful.
Good one.
All right. All right. Sorry. Oh, don't tell me it's going to stay on.
Everything okay?
This one's tough.
Shenanigans. Was that rough?
Didn't look like rough to me.
Where did I?
I am calling shenanigans on that.
Oh, can we please have a... Oh, that's a green. I thought that was a tee box. But you know, Nah.
Nah. Oh!
I am going to make Dino's pot noodle later.
There.
69.
No good? Right. Yep. Nice approach. Mind your gauge.
Come on, let's at least have a tap in.
Why do I get the feeling that this is going to bonk?
I'm not sure. You've got a really good elevation from this.
I bonked.
Ah,
Wow.
unlucky.
It slopes up. It breaks left.
Won't break. Damn it.
I let everyone down. Can't win them all. What? Focus on your breathing.
Make it count. Be confident.
That's better.
It's time.
Me. Good call.
Ouch.
Hole 14. It's a par 3.
Oh, this will be a joke.
1, 2. Yep. Nice shot. Well done.
Ooh.
Nice leg.
I was on this on an open course about a week ago. Normal conditions. I think it was the long tee. It took me 8 or 9 attempts to get a birdie on this.
Nah, it's birdie.
Just could not get close. Well, most of the time I didn't even get the green. But even when I did, it was a disgustingly
Fine
long
shot.
putt. And there's a lot of break on this green. Doesn't really look like it, but there's a lot of break. Oh, wow.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Approach successful. Birdie within reach. Do your best.
Nice and easy now. Now's the time for care.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was lucky.
You got a birdie.
Nice bug.
Wonderful.
It slopes up. It breaks left.
At least the rain stopped.
Mm.
Wow. Well done.
How
Don't worry.
embarrassing.
Wow. Hole 15. It's a par 4. Right.
This is not a golf course where you want bunker +1.
Yep. Shot complete.
Nice shot.
Get over. Get over. Get over. Wow.
Lulu likes it. I bet I'm landing in the sand.
Kill successful.
Yeah. What
Oh,
does she know?
wow.
What does she know?
What? Mind your gauge.
Holy hell.
But under normal conditions, I'd take that.
Yeah.
There. Focus on your power gauge. That's closer. Focus on your breathing.
Didn't reach.
Uphill.
Don't get flustered.
It breaks right.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Pretty good. Skillful.
Keep calm. That's hard.
Exciting.
Nice pop. Nailed it.
Not much orange and red this time round.
Hole 16.
No, but a lot of green and a lot of blue.
Yeah. Still, challenging conditions, so it's not a surprise. And also, you're blind.
Half blind.
Shot successful.
Nice.
Yep.
Look at you.
Thanks for changing direction on me, Wind.
Warning.
Yeah, I've got the feeling it's a bunker.
Oh, lucky bounce.
Oh, no.
Right. Yep. Fine shot.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Well done. Amazing.
Nice.
That's not going to make it.
Warning.
Oh, it did. Wow.
Oh, yes.
Pretty good.
Quite the feat.
That's more like it.
2 shelves though. Fuck.
Let's go. Give it a shot.
Uphill.
I've captured that because that was very, very close. Won't reach. Won't reach. Oh.
Eagle possible.
Don't panic.
Blame it. Keep calm.
You can do it.
Oh, my God.
Be banning Dino.
You could move it.
Really?
That is
Nice
within
shot.
reach.
Eagle.
All right, an
Think
eagle.
about it.
Yay, we've got the warm colours anyway.
Look at you. This is great.
Nice birdie.
Nice birdie.
Hole 17. 18. Par 3. Right. Yep. Shot successful.
Nice hit. Nice shot.
Well done. Nice play. There. Fine shot.
It's okay. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Ooh.
On the green.
Good stuff.
Trying for birdie.
That was bullshit. Should not have carried that far.
It slopes up. It breaks right.
I can tell that this is not going to go in.
Come on.
Oh.
Well, good luck. Unlucky.
Birdie possible. You got a birdie.
Look at you.
Focus.
Nice birdie. Yeah.
You made par.
Nice shot.
Ooh, pretty rough round.
Yeah.
Still one more.
Yeah.
Final hole. Hole 18. Par 4.
Alright, just to break par, I need a hole in one here.
Yeah. Easy.
Shot complete.
Oh, I shouldn't be yawning, so I'm not really tired.
Keep going.
Shot successful.
Nice shot. Look at you. Lovely. Pretty good. Not bad at all. Congrats.
Lovely. Right, this is going way, way up in the air, so the wind is going to have a lot of effect. So I'm going to bang it.
Ha! Shot complete.
Nice hit.
Nice.
And it's still short.
You're on the green.
Okay.
There. Fine shot.
Look at it go.
Nice.
Yeah, yours is short as well. Oh, and it's done the cruelest thing.
Trying for birdie.
It's golf.
Yeah.
Downhill.
It was only R and G that kept that off the fringe. It's not going to turn. It won't turn.
There we go.
Oh, it's...
You got a birdie.
Wow.
Look at you. On fire.
Nice birdie.
Amazing.
Birdie within reach.
You got it.
Gonna go over. My bad.
No.
Misjudged.
Focus. That's all.
That'll do.
That was your fault that round, wasn't it? My fault next.
Yeah.
Okay.
No complaints here. Very well done. Awesome.
A grand result.
Yeah, and probably my last one as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are they still in the kitchen?
No, gone to bed. I think what I'll do with this one is I'll set it up and leave it open and just have another quick pee break.
Okay.
Well, not a pee break, just a walk around break really. I just see if anybody else turns up. You never know. Mel might be around for all we know. Or Dad. Or...
One time.
I think
He's
one
playing
time
golf.
is...
He's
playing...
playing golf.
Right, okay, but he's not streaming.
He is streaming.
Is he?
Yeah.
So he is. Can you tell where he's up to? Is he like early round or?
Let me check. I've got an ad. I'll let you know in about 10 seconds.
Yep. All right.
He's on hole 2, and he's with Mel.
Ha! Damn it. Okay.
At
Right.
least I think that's Mel.
What name? If it starts with Mel, it's Mel.
Yeah, it's Melvis.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually quite a good Elvis that he's done there. It's fat as well, which is very realistic. Elvis, too young to die, too fat to live. Okay, yeah, I'll take a quick break. I'll call it a pee break, even though it's not. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, Tenchi's here. Yay. Yay, 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 yay.
Hey.
Tenchi sometimes quits, though. Just be aware.
That's fine.
What are we on, by the way? Oh, look, he's got an advantage.
Yeah, you can use whatever you want.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
bothered.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Corny, when you saw one time in a room before, was it just a two-person room or?
Yeah, it was.
Right, okay.
Just him and Mel.
Okay, so he's going to be finished a long time before us. Alright.
Probably.
10. It's a par 4. Huh? Good shot. Very good. Nice shot.
Okay. Boo.
That's scary.
Galaxy putt. If Tenchi played exactly the same shot as me, he could probably roll very, very close to the pin.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, unlucky.
Fine shot. Pretty good. Nice shot.
Okay, that should do the right stuff. Just carry on, carry on. That's alright.
Look at you.
That's not bad.
Careful now. There.
70%.
Sink it for an
Jesus.
eagle.
Oh, yeah, easy.
You gotta want it.
Steps down.
Do it.
That's not enough. It's going to dive under. By a long way. Look at that. Just look at that.
Good. No further.
Jessa!
Yes.
Jessa, hiya mate. How are you doing? We're just on our last round, but first hole of the last round. And if I somehow survive this, I'll go and join Dom. If he's still playing, of course.
Wow. Nice. Pretty good. 1, 2.
bad, mate. Nice birdie. Easy
Wonderful. Uphill. To the right? Nice birdie.
All right.
A way out. Yeah, we're on
Keep calm.
what we hope is a temporary hiatus at the moment. Not that we've got a problem with the game, but Corny's got a... It's not an infection, just something wrong with one eye.
My eye is just irritated.
Yeah, just irritated eye. When we're playing golf,
Nailed it.
it's actually harder to play golf with an eye that's not great, because obviously you're struggling to get your impact.
It's a
But
par 4.
if it gets uncomfortable after an hour or something, you can just quit. You know, it's not a problem. When you're doing a way out, you're committed to a 3.5 hour run roughly, and you don't want to, you know. Hang on, play the shot. Yeah,
Yep.
you don't want to get to about
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
2.5, 3 hours into a run like that, and then say, "Oh, I can't do anymore."
Lucky bounce.
But we'll be back.
Stop.
Tricky. Nice. Not bad, mate.
Yeah, it's the longest my eye has ever done this, actually.
Yeah,
Usually it's like 4 days maximum, but this time it's at least a week.
wow.
Well, almost.
And is it kind of itchy, or is
Hard
it
to
more
explain.
of a stinging sensation?
It's kind of like
Shot successful.
that there's something like in it,
Right.
Wow.
but that's mostly gone. It's mostly like puffy now,
Right.
and the bit stingy.
Right.
And it's watering like crazy, so yeah, I can't wear my glasses either.
Ouch.
And that's what's making it really difficult to see the impact bar.
Yeah, yeah. Jimmy, no worries, mate. Catch you next time. Oh, hold up.
Since my TV is like 3 meters away.
Right.
Hit harder than normal. Nice recovery. You're on the green.
Nice shot.
Jesse. Hello. Hello, Jesse. Oops, too much.
Hiya!
Too much.
Very good. Stop there. Quite the feat.
Hey. Yeah.
But yeah, my eye just does this sometimes.
Right.
Usually it's only like 20 minutes, half an hour at most, but for some reason it lasted a lot longer.
Alright. Yeah, I remember years ago I used to suffer from rhinitis,
Such skill.
which is like a
Trying
nose
for birdie.
thing, and it was very, very similar to having hay fever. Very, very similar kind of symptoms, but I got an itchy eyes. Well, sorry, I was going to say an itchy eye. I got itchy eyes all the time, and they weren't watering or anything like that, but just constantly, like the eyeballs itching, horrible. Ow!
And they're also really sensitive to light as
Trying
well
for
when it's
birdie.
like this,
Right.
You got it. Cool.
which doesn't help at all.
Nice birdie. Keep calm.
Nice birdie.
Nice birdie.
Don't get flustered.
Look at you. That's all. Congrats. Not bad. Nice par.
Par.
Birdie possible.
Don't rush it.
But I think if all goes well, we should be back on the way out towards the end of the week.
Nice
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Nice birdie.
Nice bird. Nice shot. Hole 12. Par 3.
So I think if I'm half blind, even if I was able to do a run, it'd be quite pointless. Because some sections, like the truck, for example, would be almost impossible to do. Mexico would be an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
The wall climb, I don't even want to imagine how bad that will be.
Very good.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Quite your feet.
Pretty good.
Very nice.
Shot successful.
Looking good.
Good. On the green.
That's more like it.
Oh, Jesse, those are satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh, carry. Please carry. Please carry. Please carry. Oh.
PI missed.
Ow.
Nice approach. Birdie possible.
Come on, dear. It's all good.
Birdie secure. Focus on your breathing.
Nice birdie. You can do this.
It slopes down. It breaks right. It's hard.
Look at you. Pretty good. Nice par. Amazing.
Trying for birdie.
Jesse, the only reason why Corny blue is not scoring great is he's almost blind at the moment.
Birdie secure.
All right. Nice shot. Amazing. Pretty good.
Hole 13. It's a par 4.
Right. Who's got the balls? Not a good pin position to try this. It's the worst, actually.
Well, it's super hard pin for a reason.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Very nice.
Nice shot. Very nice.
What?
Ah. Wow. Wow. And I'm going to tell you right away, I don't have the balls for this.
Two.
I'm definitely coming back.
Nothing new for you.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Shot complete.
Sweet shot.
Shot successful.
Nice shot. Nice shot. Ooh.
Oh,
Get
wow.
bounce over, bounce over. Oh yes, you did it. You did it. You lucky, lucky bastard. Oh, not enough. Got the PI though, so it could help.
Nah, seagull.
I'll take that.
Really? Good.
Great eagle. How exhilarating. All
Watch
set.
the lie.
Oh, unlucky.
Well cleared. Stop.
What?
Nice work. Birdie possible. What?
Ooh.
Think about it.
It slips down. It breaks
Same
off.
old thing, isn't it? If the flyer thing is there, chances are you're going to hit it. Stop.
That's torn it.
Right.
Nah, seagull.
Mmm.
What? Got it.
Not bad, mate.
Oh yeah.
On fire. What? Got it. Look at you. Nice shot. I did it.
You are cool.
Perfect. Easy.
Go on. Go on. Go on. Ah,
Approach
Did-
successful.
if you got the impact, that was in.
Well done.
Why me?
Ouch.
He's gonna quit.
Hole 14. Par 5.
Probably.
1, 2. Shot complete.
Should be alright. Yeah, fine. Oh, look at that change in wind direction.
Okay.
It's alright.
Good shot. Nice shot. Nice shot.
Don't you dare.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Brutal. Tricky.
Well, at least you've got a clean shot.
There.
Pretty good. Fine shot.
Nice shot.
Ooh. On fire. Lovely. Nice shot.
I'll do.
There. Good shot.
Pretty good.
Get round. Get round.
Shot.
Good.
Go on.
Didn't hit the draggy.
Oh,
That's
yes.
Wow.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Nah.
Missed opportunity.
That might carry a bit too far as well. But the backspin, no backspin.
Oh no.
Good.
Oh,
Such skill.
Nailed it.
Wow. Wow. Eagle possible.
Eagle, cool.
Look at you. Nail it.
Uphill.
Focus.
To the right.
On fire.
Nice eagle.
Pretty good. Not bad at all.
Did it? Nice shot.
Eagle, cool.
good job.
Look at you. All right, an eagle.
Okay,
Barely
Tenchi,
possible.
stay with us.
Stay
Plenty of
calm.
time.
Sink this.
I probably should try to get some sleep after this round.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll cook your pot noodle when I wake up.
Oh, pretty good. All right, a birdie. Nice shot.
Because I know you love pot noodle.
Hole
Absolutely.
15. It's a par 4. Now then.
Right, no point in doing anything here. Just hit it straight.
Nice shot.
Clean. Sweet. Nice.
Keep going.
Shot complete.
Nice shot.
That's great.
Hello.
Congrats.
Hello.
Look at you.
Okay. All right.
Shot complete.
Hey there, Rockman.
Nice shot.
We good, baby. We good.
Wow. Pretty good. Lovely.
1, 2.
No, not enough.
Hiya.
Not enough. Yeah. Oh my god. Look.
You're on the green.
Yes. Okay. That's going to be a putt. Or rather, it's not going to be a putt.
If you get it in, I'll give you my pot noodle.
Yeah, you can,
Go from you.
I can have my pot noodle back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello there,
Well
kangaroo.
done. Stop.
Nice.
Amazing.
Look at you. Not bad at all.
Well, on the upside, I haven't scored a galaxy putt so far all night. I'm due for one.
On the downside,
I
you're
won't.
probably not going
I
to get
won't.
the galaxy putt.
Yeah,
Shot complete. Well done.
yeah. Oh, beauty.
Birdie possible.
Don't
Pretty
rush
far,
it.
in it?
Uphill. It breaks left.
Because you're Deno.
Go in.
Oh my god.
Really?
Oh,
Harsh.
Bye. I'm clipping that.
focus.
I'm clipping that.
But they go all the way up and then roll all the way down
It
again.
breaks left.
Kind of, yeah.
Get closer.
Yes, that's hard. Birdie possible.
Embarrassing.
Ooh, wonderful. Plenty of time.
Will it?
Nice birdie.
Get a load of that.
Nice birdie. Nice one.
Birdie possible.
Oh, how careful with this.
Yeah, this one could easily die. That was easily one of the hardest putts I've ever made.
Nice shot. Nice birdie. Nice.
Hole 16. It's a par 3.
Oh, do you remember when I did like a 70-foot on this hole?
Oh god, yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing it I'm not doing it again. Especially since it's super hard pin.
And in your current condition. No, he's not pregnant.
Shot complete.
Not bad. You're so good.
Good.
Still nice though. Still very, very nice.
Look out! Not bad at all.
Ha!
Fine shot.
That's going to travel a bit. But,
Stop there.
yeah.
Not good.
That's a tricky little chip as well.
Now then.
Now then, now then. And that's not enough.
Good shot.
Oh, it's not a good shot, Lulu. Shut up. Pile of pants.
On the green. Nice approach. Birdie possible.
You got it.
It breaks left.
That's it.
Good. Birdie secure. Focus on not moving.
Nice birdie. Exciting.
It slopes up. It breaks right.
Where is Tenchi?
Where has Tenchi gone?
He's still there.
Oh, there he is.
Trying for birdie.
Relax.
It breaks left. Birdie secure.
Stevie! Stevie, I'm thinking of joining Dom after this. Because Corny's going to get some sleep.
Hey, Stevie.
Hole 17. It's a par 4.
We've done going on for 3.5 hours tonight.
Yeah, that's enough for me
Yeah.
for now.
Corny is officially registered blind at the moment.
Keep going. Good shot.
Look at it go.
Oh, nice. Go on, go on. That'll do.
Nice shot. Pretty good. Yep. Fine shot.
Nice shot. Very nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Dom is on his round at the moment. Let's just check in.
Shot complete.
And he's dead.
That's painful.
Is this a joke?
Sad to say, it's not unusual.
Good. Such skill. Okay.
Okay, so Dom has just started another round with Mel, and is just on hole 2. So, it could be... Well, it'll be a while before he's ready to start another round, but we can at least be there.
Unless you do like a 6-hole round or something.
There.
Yeah.
Good. Looks like skill. Lovely. Trying for birdie.
Come on. You
Uphill.
can make it.
It breaks right. Birdie secure. There, I did it.
Nice birdie.
Hey.
Trying for birdie. Birdie secure.
Nice one.
Sweet birdie.
How exhilarating.
I think I've just invented a nickname.
Final hole. Hole
Twitchy.
18. It's a par 5.
10 quit.
10-minute Tenchi.
Yeah, it doesn't last longer than 10 minutes. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Hey, King, welcome back, dude.
Just got off the phone with 111.
Mm-hmm.
Got non-emergency.
What's the verdict?
Take some ibuprofen. If it's still bad in a week's time, on ibuprofen, call again.
Okay, that sounds really, really useful.
Yeah, totally. And of course, took some ibuprofen because I hadn't yet. And the very first thing I did after trying to put the first thing that happened is I tried to put the can of Coca away. Very, very painful. But of course, they were off the phone at that point, so they couldn't hear me swearing.
Well, that's lucky for you.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, it's close. It's also something where, out of 10, with 0 being no pain and 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt, how badful is it? How bad is it? And it's like 7, 8.
Very good.
But of course, the worst pain I've had is I've literally not been able to move my neck even like 5 degrees because if I do, I'm in massive pain.
Within reach. Look at you.
So yeah, it's a scale that doesn't work for
The
me.
brakes left.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really.
It makes sense if you've never got into a major accident.
Cool, Eagle.
My response to that would be, it fucking hurts and you want me to put numbers on it.
The brakes left.
Yeah, but it's the sort of thing of, well, how bad is it right now? Well, it's a consistent 3 or 4,
Nice eagle.
which is decent. Like, if 0's no pain and like 10's the worst I've felt.
Well, as long as they don't come back with, I'll give you 5 and that's my final offer.
And of course, I had some other rigmarole to deal with because health is a devolved issue. So of course, I'm not where I'm normally registered for health, am I?
Right client. Fine work.
So then I have to call the GP here to become I think it's a temporary resident.
Right, we're right. Okay, so I think I'm going to raid Dom. Where's he up to on his round at the moment? He's on par 3. Par 3. He's on hole 3. It doesn't surprise me. Because they are playing super hard pin on Imperial, so it's pretty tough.
Hmm.
Right, super. Let me put the raid command in, make sure that I'm going to spell his name right, because he always changes it. Yeah.
Not more than once every 3 months, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, I think we're good to go. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you over on the Dom side. Hoping that I'll be back with Corny playing a way out in, maybe, hopefully by the end of the week. And we will get that world record. Promises, promises. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you with Dom in a few minutes. Bye.
Bye-bye.